in honor of Women's History Month, she joins us to chat about female empowerment in the workplace. Hello, and
way
thank
to
you for being
go.
here.
Hey, I just got back, from Power Rising. We went down to Atlanta, 1,000 African-American women who had the Black Women's Agenda on the front burner for the first time. I was absolutely thrilled. We came back with hashtag put 5 on it. We're going to register 5 new Black women voters.
Oh, I love it.
Support 5 Black women candidates for office. We're going to give 5 hours of community service every single month. We're going to support 5 Black businesses, and we're going to give ourselves 5 hours of health and wellness every single week.
That's awesome.
We came out with an
There we
agenda,
go.
girl.
That's a message.
Put 5 on it.
I absolutely love that. So we've actually have some tips for women who are advancing in the workplace that you want to share.
Yes, indeed. I represent women from all over the world, and over the years, I figured out just really came down to 3 things that I work on, and I call it being a gal, okay?
All right.
And this is a good way for you to remember.
Break it down for us.
Okay, first, the G. Go above and beyond your job description. Okay, don't just do what is expected of you. Don't just say that's not my job. If you really want to advance, you have to step out there and show what you can do. Show that you can be the person in charge of a team. Show that you're the one that they can rely on for project management. The A in gal is avoid the office gossip and the mess, okay? Avoid it. You do not need to be messy. You do not need to be involved in he said, she said. You only need to be working towards what's bringing value to your company. And the L in gal, be a leader when it's time. Step into the space that God has created for you. Don't be afraid to take control of a team and lead. If you just say, I'm going to be a gal, you can get over in the workplace.
How do you know when it's time to lead?
Actually, we are all born to lead. What your job is to figure out in what form or fashion you best lead.
Okay.
We're born to lead in either our own health, we're born to lead in terms of team management, we're born to lead in terms of giving presentations. Whatever it is that's your skill set, that's where you should start. And don't be afraid. Everybody gets a little nervous. I get asked all the time, are you nervous when you come on television and do live TV? I said, if I'm nervous after 30 years, then we are really in trouble. But also, you really can't make an error as long as you come to it with integrity and ethics. And that's sort of the foundation of everything for a leader. Come with integrity, ethics, and authenticity, and you'll be just fine.
For the right reasons. What would you say to a woman who doesn't really know or really think she is a leader in the first place? Someone that doesn't really put themselves on, I don't want to say on a pedestal, because like you said, it's a role that you feel like you should be filling, but if you don't think you're a leader, what do? You
have to work on your own self-esteem and your own self-confidence. The first thing that I learned is if you're not going to cheerlead for yourself, no one else is.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't think that you should be a braggart. You shouldn't run around and just patting yourself on the back for nothing. But what it is that you do well, it's okay to say, I did that well. It's one of the things that women need to work on, especially when it comes to negotiating their own raises and salaries. Women don't particularly work the same way that men do. Men will walk in a room and tell you what they want. Women start to say, well, I think, no, this is what value I've brought to the company. These are the things that I can do in the future. I can lead teams. I have led teams, and this has been your return on the investment. So now it's my turn.
Now, Penny, your friend Barbara Walters actually said that when women do that, no matter what, they lose some social capital.
Well, I think that to a certain extent, we are still thought of as the gender that needs to be protected. This week, I participated in Women of Power down in Orlando with Black Enterprise, and one of the things that we talked about is when the whole issue of pay equity comes up, and that for me is the #1 issue in the workplace for women. Pay me what I'm worth. That's what the deal is. But whenever a woman walks into a job interview and she's thought, and she says, I'm going to get married, the job interviewer has unconscious bias and starts to think immediately, she's not going to be here that long. She's probably going to go have a baby. she's probably using this as just something to do until she does blah. When a man walks into a job interview, for the most part, and says, yes, I'm going to get married soon, they start to think, this is somebody who's looking for a foundation.
Stability.
This is somebody who's
Yep.
looking for stability.
That happened to me, actually.
And you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what we have to do as women is change those unconscious biases by also being the opposite of what people expect, but also addressing them.
Yeah.
You say, can we have an honest conversation? So once that door is open, get right in there and tell them what you want.
All right. You always come dropping jewels for sure.
Hey.